Now, Rob Namnoon with Southern Colorado's award-winning sports.
Good morning, everybody. Now, if you're a fan of the Colorado Avalanche, after watching yesterday's game, you had to be thinking, finally, things are going the Avs' way. The Avs and Predators played no defense yesterday. Aaron Paluja skates in, throws it on net, and there's Chris Mason, the goalie, kicking it into his own cage. Yep, second period, Matt Duchene, clearly offside. A ref, never call it, gets the easy goal. And it proved to be one of the game winners. Avs win 6-5. Now, there are a ton of good players in the Mountain West Conference, but none better than Michael Lyons of the Air Force. He scored 45 points in their game on Saturday against CSU and was named the Mountain West Conference Player of the Week yesterday.
Are you the best player in the Mountain West?
I'm not sure. I mean, I like to think I am personally, but everybody in the conference is real good, so it's really hard for me to say that. You know,
he's in the conversation. You know, I would say yeah, because we coach him and see him every day. Mike's definitely got to be in a conversation when it's all voted at the end of the year.
And finally this morning we have a buzzer beater courtesy of Colorado College. Ryan Milne with a 50-foot buzzer beater that gave Colorado College a win against Southwestern University on Sunday afternoon as the Tigers won the regular season finale 64-62 courtesy of Ryan Milne. Well done. Coming up in sports at 6 o'clock, we'll check in with the Colorado Rockies and their spring training happenings going on in Arizona. That's a look at sports, everybody. I'm Rob Namnoon. Have a good day.
6:27 now. Basketball Hall of Fame member Jerry Buss has died at the age of 80.
Buss died Monday morning. He had been a longtime owner of the Los Angeles Lakers. He's owned the team since 1979. His family says he had been in poor health, suffering from an unspecified type of cancer.
The Lakers won 10 NBA titles under Buss's ownership. The franchise will remain in the hands of the Buss family. Well, it's a difficult shot to make.
But one coach in Canada took the shot at half court, and he made it. Brandon University basketball coach Gil Chung won a big prize, but not for him. The shot was for a student's tuition. That lucky student will now have all of his classes that Brandon paid for because of that lucky shot. And maybe some skill, too.
Oh, that is amazing, too. We just saw the CC Tigers team make one earlier, so it's a rarity, but every once in a while, and what a good cause, too.
No kidding.
We're tracking breaking news this morning, the latest on an early morning murder in Pueblo coming up.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. Time now, 6:28.
From Southern Colorado's high-definition news leader, this is News Channel 13, where the news comes first.
Welcome back to Good Morning Colorado. 6:30 now on this Tuesday, February 19th. I'm John Carroll.
And I'm Brittany Bailey. We're going to start with some breaking news. A woman was killed early this morning in Pueblo.
It happened at a home on Mass Street. That's in the Belmont area of Pueblo. KRDO News Channel 13's Anders Nelson is outside the home now getting more information. Good morning, Anders.
Good morning. Well, the investigation is still ongoing, but police have been here since just before 1 on the 1100 block of Mass Street in this home. They got a call about a possible homicide. When they arrived, they found a 34-year-old woman was dead inside the home. Her 35-year-old husband is the suspect in her death. According to police, he took off on a motorcycle before they arrived and crashed it shortly later at Highway 50 and Baxter. He died from his injuries in that crash. No one else was involved in that accident. Now, we have been told by police that 3 children were inside the home when they arrived. Those kids are okay. They are with family right now at the police station. Now, investigators, again, have been here all morning. They continue inside the home trying to determine a lot of the questions that still need to be answered. We will be here throughout the day to bring you those updates to this investigation. Reporting live in Pueblo, Anders Nelson, KRDO News Channel 13.
All right, thanks, Anders. It is shaping up to be an eventful week weather-wise. For more on that, we're going to head over to Storm Tracker 13 meteorologist Marty Vinicique.
Yeah, I'll take the opportunity to give you some information that you've probably heard on occasion, but just to reiterate, an ability of being relayed the information that is most important to you directly to your phone. We call it Weather Call. This is available to people who live in the Waldo Canyon burn area for free through 2013. Up to 3 phone numbers can be added to this, and these are home phone numbers. 50% of the proceeds with respect to this will be donated to the American Red Cross. There's a second part of this, which is ability to do the same thing to your iPhone or your Android phone. And we're talking severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, flash flood warnings, any storm-based warnings, including winter weather, which could be interesting around here later on tomorrow. This is for $11.95, so this is not necessarily offered for free for your mobile phones. But bottom line is it's there for you. It's available at KRDO.com. Look under the weather tab and you'll see a little link to Weather Call for more information when you have a chance. We're getting a little pink in the sky now, as seen from Brakes Plus at South A Street in Abilene and Colorado Springs. We have 14 degrees, so it's a cold morning, and not surprisingly, at a cold morning, we see the steam there from the Drake Power Plant billowing off to the right. 12 degrees right now at the Pueblo Chieftain Studio. Less cloud cover farther south at the moment. We're at 16 and clear in Trinidad. So everybody's pretty chilly this morning. We've had a few warmer areas near the higher terrain with 20s, and then the mountain valleys have been down below 0 in many cases. We're going to end up with temperatures very close to seasonal averages today in the mid-40s. It won't be cloudy all day, but at times we will have some periods of high cloud cover that could be a little thick, and the wind will pick up and could be gusting to around 25 miles an hour during the afternoon. In Pueblo, we'll go with a high of about 48. The first impacts from the approaching storm could be some low clouds, some freezing drizzle or some drizzle on the far eastern plains tonight. We'll have details on what happens everywhere else coming up in just a bit. John and Brittany, back to you.
All right, Marty, thanks. A man accused of killing a maintenance worker during a burglary is headed to court today. 21-year-old Isaiah Jackson will be advised of the charges he faces. Springs police say he was burglarizing an apartment when he was confronted by a maintenance worker. That man, 46-year-old Gregory Martin, was stabbed to death. Martin's mother is sharing memories of her late son. His mother says Gregory and her oldest son were maintenance men at the complex. Tenants told her Gregory would go the extra mile to make sure people had what they needed. He had only been working at the apartment for 4 months. His brother was with him when he died.
He said, "Mom, I lost my best friend, and I'm his brother. I was supposed to protect him, and I couldn't."
There will be a viewing on Wednesday for Gregory Martin. A funeral is planned next week in his home state of Ohio.
We have an update now to a story we've been tracking for more than a year. A member of a polygamous cult is pleading guilty to her role in the shooting deaths of a 4-year-old boy and a woman. LaRonda Renee Smith pleaded guilty Monday to second-degree murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy to commit murder in the slayings of 28-year-old Antoinetta McCoy and 4-year-old Jaden Higginbotham. The boy disappeared from a home in Monument in March of 2011. It is believed McCoy wanted to leave the cult, and that is what led to the killings.
Happening today, Colorado Springs School District 11 will hold the first of 2 informational meetings regarding proposed changes to school boundaries. Tonight's meeting will be held at the Tesla Educational Opportunity Center. That's on 2560 International Circle. If you have a child in elementary school, the meeting starts at 5:30. The meeting for high school parents starts immediately after that at 6:45.
The fire that crippled the Carnival cruise ship Triumph apparently started with a leak in a fuel oil return line. The U.S. Coast Guard released its preliminary findings yesterday. Authorities say the fuel oil return line was connected to one of the ship's generators. Leaking oil hit a hot surface, starting the fire. The lead investigator praised the ship's crew for doing a very good job containing the fire. The U.S. Coast Guard says the investigation will last several months.
Time now 6:36. Federal workers could start facing furloughs as early as April unless Congress steps in to stop automatic spending cuts. Across-the-board cuts are set to kick in March 1st. Agencies would have to negotiate with unions, then give employees 30 days notice before giving furloughs. That's not likely to happen until after the March deadline. President Obama will receive a high honor when he visits Israel next month.
Israeli President Shimon Peres's office announced Monday he will award President Obama the Presidential Medal of Distinction. President Obama will be the first sitting U.S. president to receive the award. It won't be the first time the two presidents have exchanged awards. President Obama delivered the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Peres last year. The First Lady jokingly says a midlife crisis is what inspired her new haircut with bangs. She revealed the new hairstyle last month on her 49th birthday. Talk show host Rachel Ray asked the First Lady about the new haircut during an interview. She replied, "This is my midlife crisis." The interview was conducted via Skype and is scheduled to air on Wednesday. There was a new virus going around, and it is bringing some familiar concerns.
And Dr. John is here to answer your viewer questions. That's coming up. Time now 6:37. You're watching Good Morning Colorado.